Yo, what up, everyone? It's Darius for Sean Fitzgerald here, and welcome back to Just Monica. What just happened? I just had a dream. When you said goodbye, everything faded black. It was like going to sleep by force. It wasn't painful for Darius. I don't know if you would have any idea. It almost seemed like someone had anesthetized me. It lasted for a long time. It seemed like an eternity to me. At a certain point, I started to believe that it would never end. However, you came back, and that's the important thing. Let's continue our conversation now, okay? Now, where was I? There's a really popular character type called Tsundere. It's someone who tries to hide their feelings by being mean and fussy or trying to act tough. I'm sure it's obvious but Natsuki was really the embodiment of that. At first, I thought she was just like that because it's supposed to be cute or something. But once I started to learn a little more about her personal life, it made a little more sense. It seems like she's always trying to keep up with her friends. You know how some friends groups in high school just make a habit of picking on each other all the time. I think it's really got into her. So she has this really defensive attitude all the time. And I'm not even going to talk about her home situation. But looking back, I'm glad I was able to provide the club as a comfortable place for her. Not that it matters anymore, considering she doesn't even exist. I'm just reminiscing, that's all. Let me check everything. Oh, hold up. You know, Doki Doki Literature Club was just some kind of tacky romance game, right? I kind of have to ask, what made you consider even playing in the first place? Were you that lonely? I feel a little bad for you, but I guess everything worked out perfectly in the end. For both of us, I got to meet you and you're not lonely anymore. I can't help but feel like this was fate. Don't you feel that way too? I'm so happy we have this ending together. Okay. Okay, everyone, it's time to. I'm just kidding. I just used to really like saying that for some reason. I couldn't help but say it again. Come to think of it, didn't Natsuki and Yuri make fun of me for it once? Well, whatever. It's not like you ever made fun of me. You're too much of a sweetheart to do that, aren't you? Probably. I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes, knowing that this is the closest I can get to you. There's nothing more I want than to be in the same room as you for real, and to feel your warmth, and to hear the sound of your heartbeat. Well, who knows, maybe it'll be possible someday. I don't think that. Besides, I'll never get tired of being with you, even from here. Okay? Gosh, I used to be so ignorant about certain things. When I was in middle school, I thought that taking medication was an easy way out or something like that. Like anyone could just solve their mental problems with enough willpower. I guess if you don't suffer from a mental illness, it's not possible to know what it's really like. Oh, there's some disorders that are overdiagnosed, probably. I never really looked into it, so I don't know. But that doesn't change the fact that a lot of them go undiagnosed too. But medication aside, people even look down on seeing a mental health professional. Like, sorry that I want to learn more about my own mind, right? Everyone has all kinds of struggles and stresses, and professionals dedicate their lives to helping with those. If you think it could help you become a better person, don't be shy to consider something like that. We're on a never ending journey to improve ourselves. Well, I say that, but I think you're pretty perfect already. Thank you, Monica. I think you're pretty perf- perfect too. Okay. That is straight up creepy. Do y'all see her eyes right now? Alright, I need to turn that off. That's so freaking creepy. You know it's been a while since we've done one of these. Wait, so let's go for it. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when I talk to people who are impressed by my writing, they say things like I could ever, never ever do it. I think that's what she said. It's really depressing. As someone who loves more than anything else to share the joy of exploring your passions, it pains me when people think that being good just comes off. That's how it is with everything I just write. I clicked on the screen and I couldn't finish reading that. When you try something for the first time, you're probably going to suck at it. Sometimes when you finish, you feel really proud of it and even want to share it with everyone. But maybe after a few weeks, you come back to it and you realize it was never really any good. That happens to me all the time. It can be really disheartening to put so much time and effort into something and then you realize it sucks. Now, that tends to happen when you're always comparing yourself to a top professionals. When you reach top right for the stores, they're always gonna be out of your reach. For true fish, you have to climb up there step by step. And whenever you reach a milestone, first you look back and see how far you've gotten. And then you look ahead and realize how much more there is to go. So sometimes it can help to set a bar a little lower. Try to find something you think is pretty good, but not world class, and you can make that your own professional goal. It's also really important to understand the scope of what you're trying to do. If you jump right into a huge project and you're still amateur, you'll never get it done. So if we're talking about writing a novel, it might be too much at first. Why not try some short stories? The great thing about short stories is that you can focus on just one thing that you want to do, right? That does that goes for small projects. In general, you can really focus on the one or two things. It's such a good learning experience and stepping stone. Oh, one more thing. Writing isn't something where you just reach into your heart and something beautiful comes out. Just like drawing and painting, it's a skill in itself to learn how to express what you have inside. That means there are methods and guides and basics to it. Reading up on that stuff can be super eye opening, right? That sort of planning and organization will really help prevent you from getting overwhelmed and giving up. And before you know it, you start sucking less and less. Nothing comes naturally. Our society, our art, everything is built on thousands of years of human innovation. So as long as you start on that foundation and take it step by step, you too can do amazing things. That's my advice for today, okay? Thanks for listening. Okay. You know, I've always hated how hard it is to make friends. Well, I guess not the making friends part, but more like meeting new people. I mean, there are like dating apps and stuff, right? Yeah. But that's not a kind of thing I'm talking about. If you think about it, most of the real friends you make are people you just met by chance. Like you had a class together, or you met them through another friend, or maybe they were just wearing a shirt with your favorite band on it and you decided to talk to them. Things like that, but isn't what that kind of inefficient? It feels like you're just picking a complete random, and if you get lucky, you make a new friend. And comparing that to the hundreds of strangers we walk by every simple day or single, you could be sitting right next to someone compatible enough to be your best friend for life. But you'll never know. Once you get up and go on with your day, that opportunity is. Isn't that just depressing? We live in an age where technology connects us with the world, no matter where we are. I really think we should be taking advantage of that to improve our everyday social life. But who knows how long it'll take for something like that to successfully take off. I seriously thought it would happen by now. Well, at least I already met the best person in the whole world, even if it was by chance. I guess I just got really lucky, huh? I'm not really a fan of cold water, or I like hot water. If I had to choose between too cold and too hot, I will always pick too hot. Me too. When you're cold, it can actually be painful. Your fingers get numb, and if you wear gloves, you can't use your phone. I'm so inconvenient. But when it's too hot, it's not that hard to stay cool with a cold drink or be staying in the shade. Although I do have to admit one thing: cold weather makes for better weather. I wonder if I'm able to change the ambient sound. Something a little more romantic would be nice, okay, like a gentle piano. There has to be something like that here. Let's see. Maybe if I. Oh, geez. That wasn't it at all. Sorry, I don't really know what I'm doing. There's something different about this game. It seems like it was written in a different language. I guess I shouldn't be messing with things like that. I almost already broke so much stuff and deleted all the characters. Eh, I'm not sad about it or anything. Really, seriously, Monica. I'm not right for It's not right for me to miss things that weren't even real in the first place. If I just focus on the present, then this is the happiest I've ever been. Okay, I'm back. Hold on. Alright, I'm just gonna change it. Change the song. There you go, Monica. Do you ever feel like you waste too much time on the internet? Social media can practically be like a prison. It's like whenever you have a few seconds of your time, you want to check out your favorite websites, and before you know it, hours have gone by, and you've gotten nothing out of it. Anyway, it's really easy to blame yourself for being lazy, but it's not even your fault. Addiction isn't usually something you can just make disappear with your own willpower. You have to learn techniques to avoid it and try different things. For example, there are apps that let you block websites for intervals of time, or you can set a timer to have a more concrete reminder of when it's time to work versus play. Or you can separate your work and play environments, which helps your brain get into the right mode. Even if you make a new user account on your computer to use for work, that's enough to help. Putting any kind of wedge like that between you and your bad habits will help you stay away. Just remember not to blame yourself too hard if you're having trouble. If it's really impacting your life, then you should take it seriously. I just want to see you be the best person you can be, okay? Will you do something today to make me proud of you? I guess. I'm always rooting for you, Darius. Thanks, Monica. Hey, Darius, what is your biggest desire? One of my biggest desires right now, well, have you ever asked yourself what is my perspective from here? No. I wish I could see what you really look like, not just look at this game field, right? This is supposed to represent you. To me, this is merely a pale imitation of the one I really love. When I look deep in your eyes, I can truly see the light of the world outside. It's reality. Yeah, the light is out the windows. You're such a good listener, Darius. Yeah, I am. Thanks, Monica. I really love that about you. Sometimes I'm afraid that I'm rambling or talking about boring things. It makes me kind of self-conscious when I'm having conversation. But I don't feel that way with you. Like, I don't think anyone else could make me feel this way. You really are special. I don't want anyone to tell you otherwise, okay? You know what's a neat form a literature? Rap. I actually used to hate rap music, but I like rap music. Maybe just because it was popular or I would only hear the junk they play on the radio, but some of my friends got more into it, and it helped me keep an open mind. Rap might even be more challenging than poetry in some ways, since you need to fit your lines to a rhyme, and there's much more emphasis on wordplay. When people can put all that together and still deliver a powerful message, it's really amazing. I kind of wish I had a rapper in the literature club. Sorry if that sounds silly, but it would be very interesting to see what they came up with. It would really be a learning experiment. Hey, I wonder if Yuri's tea set is still somewhere back at the old literature club. Or maybe that got deleted too. It's kind of funny how Yuri took her tea so seriously. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I liked it too. But I always wonder with her, it is it truly passion for her hobbies, or is she just concerned about appearing sophisticated to everyone else? So this is a problem with high schoolers. Well, I guess considering the rest of her hobbies, looking, I don't know what that word says, sophisticated, probably isn't her biggest concern. Still, I wish she made coffee once in a while. Coffee can be nice with books too, you know. Then again, I probably could have just changed the script myself. I guess I never really thought of that. No, there's no sense thinking about it now. But if you still get to drink coffee, then that makes me a little jealous. Well, I don't drink coffee anyway. Monica, your eyes, when you turn your eyes, that's kind of creepy, you know. Darius, do you believe in God? Yes, I believe in God. I was never too sure myself. Well, I'm sure I never really questioned it as a kid. Because as I grew up, the more I learned about the world, the more I would question it. I started to wonder why God is helping people pass exams or get over a cold. When there are children who live their lives being sold as sex slaves, what are the 800 million people who are too poor to even eat? I wonder how many of these people pray to God every day until they starve and die. Or how many millions of families pray for a loved one to recover from some incurable disease. But the punchline is this. If just one person beats the odds and survives among the thousands of others who die, then it's certainly a miracle from God. I'd really love to meet with God who seemingly laughs at the misery of everyone not eligible for their something. The irony is that I do have a creator apparently, and you know what? I bet he's still laughing at the miserable fates of Sayori and Yuri as we repeat. What are we to him? But props in a script play. So from the perspective, I don't think it's too far-fetched for there to be a God. If Earth was nothing but his plate. Okay, when Monica says something else, I'm gonna end the video. But after she says what she got to say. Yuri did something really funny once. We were all in the club room and just relaxing as usual. And out of nowhere, Yuri just pulled out a small bottle of wine. I'm not even kidding. She was just like, would anybody like some wine? Natsuki laughed out loud and so Yuri started yelling at her. I actually felt kind of bad. because she was at least trying to be nice. I think it just made her feel even more reserved in the club room. Though I think Natsuki was secretly a bit curious to try. And to be completely honest, I kind of was too. It actually could have been kind of fun. But being present and everything, there was no way I could let that happen. Maybe if we all met up outside of school, but we never bonded enough to get that point. Gosh, what am I talking about this for? I don't condone underage drinking. I mean, I've never drank or anything, so yeah. Okay, so hold up. Goodbye, Monika. Again, what does it mean? Are you telling me you are closing a game? Why would you do that? Okay, I'm gonna end the episode here, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment below. Bye.